Along with several other bachelors, Yayan has been invited to stay over after the ball.
Back in Australia, we don't have gentlemen that do the whole opening the door or the jacket over your shoulder when you're outside cold. It puts me back into my, making sure I act definitely like a lady around him, and he puts me into my place, so it's good. And he's so handsome.
Sky may be looking forward to the ball, but the others are still less than enthusiastic.
Good afternoon. Now, I'd like you to come upstairs and make some beds for the bachelors. What's the matter?
Nicole's like me, having a group of strange boys.
What's the matter with having a few boys next door?
I'm just a little bit nervous about the whole situation.
All they're going to do is sleep next door. What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
What's worrying you? Nicole, what's worrying you?
I'm not sure, Mrs. Shager. I know how I feel, but I'm not sure why I feel that way.
This isn't the first time Nicole's issues with men have come out.
A gentleman would never go hunting without his whip.
In the second week of term, an encounter with two racy huntsmen touched a raw nerve.
Have her taken straight to the bedroom.
Who would take her to the bedroom? Not fucking gentleman at all.
Stirring unhappy memories of a troubled past.
They're not teaching me anything. They're teaching me to be a fucking slut. This is not the fucking what I wanted. I wanted to be helped. My job sort of makes me look at males in a completely different sort of way, which I've got to sort of get out of my head that not all men are like that.
It must be a huge weight.
Honestly, if I was to sit down and tell you everything about my life, you'd probably be in tears.
I wish I could wave a magic wand and launch that little girl into a lovely life.
The teachers are hoping the masked ball will enable Nicole to rethink her negative attitude towards men.
You're giving yourself a hard time here, and you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself. I'm not telling you you're going to hop into bed with someone or go and kiss someone or do whatever. This is not what we have said to you once. At the moment, you're only thinking of yourself. Well,
now I just feel like a selfish girl that isn't allowed to even tell you how I feel without it.
Stop it!
You.
Excuse me.
I'd rather just keep my feelings
Nicole,
to myself, if that's all right.
Nicole, just stop it. It's going to be a fun party. You're going to look gorgeous. You're going to be in a gorgeous ball gown. If you stop thinking about yourself with the boys, think about other people. It will take the pressure off you. All right, now, I'd like you to put a smile on that face, all right? And off you go.
With just 3 hours to go before the ball, there's no time for self-pity. If the night's to be a success, the girls must not only look the part...
This is great.
They must embrace the spirit of 17th century Venice.
Fabulous.
It's to do with decadence, to do with sex. You can swirl around, you can use your imagination, and you can be theatrical. Nobody will know who you are because you'll be behind a mask.
A week of fraught preparations is finally over.
I'm shitting myself.
And the prospect of meeting a real-life prince is hitting home.
After I've spoke to him in Italian, I think I'll be excited. Up until then, I'm scared, and I hope he doesn't ask me to dance, because then I'll cry.
In 17th century Venice, masked balls were risque occasions, ripe with temptation.
So why the white mask? Everyone's in dark. You're trying to be different.
Why not?
The lavish costumes and ornate masks allowed for all manner of dangerous liaisons.
I think you're the scariest.
Oh, thank you.
And with more than a whiff of romance in the air, the teachers are leaving nothing to chance.
Well, I think it's time for us to go to the ball, of course, incognito. Yes. Very important. Masks on.
Masks on.
Yes, Mrs. Harper.
Do you think they'll recognise any of us?
Not if you talk
I don't think so. Most definitely not Mrs. Schrager.
Jokes aside, we have got to watch these girls and just see how they get on and how their behaviour is, because, after all, somebody has got to go tomorrow.
Oh, I can already...
I'm having trouble identifying the guests that have just arrived.
The teacher's disguise is proving effective.
Everyone looks so It's like reminds me of a horror movie.
A horror show is precisely what the teachers are hoping to avoid when the royal visitor arrives. Coming up, a real Italian prince arrives at the ball.
Buonasera, Principe Destro Orsini.
And one girl will take the first waltz with the royal visitor. But the next morning, scandal strikes when one Ladette is discovered beneath the bachelor's bed.
Sarah, is this you?
Eggleston Hall is hosting one of the most prestigious events in the school's history. A Venetian masked ball with a prince as the guest of honor. Earlier in the week, the Ladettes were told they must greet him with a welcome speech in Italian. Now it's the moment of truth.
My lords, ladies and gentlemen, Prince Alviso Destro Orsini.
Buonasera, Principe Destro Orsini. Benvenuto a Eggleston Hall. Siamo onorati che abbia potuto accettare il nostro invito al ballo in maschera. Le auguriamo una serata incantevole e che le sia gradita la nostra compagnia.
And we very much hope that you will have a delightful evening and that you will enjoy our company.
The Ladettes have pulled off their decorous welcome, but for one of them, the stakes are about to be raised again.
A beautiful mask.
My lords, ladies and gentlemen, the dancing will commence.
On Miss Vanessa's recommendation, the teachers have decided which girl should take the first waltz with the royal visitor.
Prince Alvise, may I introduce you to Tristan?
May I have the honey?
Certainly.